I honestly forgot that I watched the whole of MrBeast's response video on Umfville's channel and needed to talk about it because, man, that video was bad. Of all the accusations that actually mattered, MrBeast kind of addressed two, and I'm spacing out on one, but one of the things that he actually addressed was the never take no as no thing. The explanation for that was reasonable. And then he almost partially addressed the fact that his mom works in HR, which wasn't even the problem, but man, that video was so bad. He tiptoed around every subject. Like, my god, there is a reason he picked Umfa, because Umfa just wanted the opportunity and he was most likely afraid. He was just blatantly most likely afraid to actually call out or push back on anything MrBeast said. So the whole video essentially was MrBeast saying, listen, I'm guilty. It is what it is. Well, not guilty. I'm innocent. It is what it is. I'm innocent. And here's a bunch of bullshit why. For example, the crypto stuff. He blatantly just lied about the crypto stuff. It's all on camera. It's all on videos. He said, "Oh, we don't think we're actually guilty about any lottery theft or scamming or anything," while literally deleting videos and parts of videos off of his channel that have lotteries, so it all actually, he's literally hiding evidence at this point. It is crazy. It is absolutely crazy. And he even mentioned that the guy who said to disprove Dogpact's video and framed it as, oh, this guy knows I'm innocent, so he's defending me, which is a lie. And plus, the video where the guy disproves Dogpact, people are calling him out nonstop for misinterpreting things incorrectly and whatnot, which is insane. This whole situation is borderline insane. But, we're gonna see what's happening here, but I just want to talk about my favorite part of the MrBeast interview, and that is the fact that he said, what's the guy's name who was in solitary confinement for multiple days and they essentially tortured him? That one. But his response to that is, well, we did it to other people also. They fucking didn't break, so, we think it's fine. Also, we couldn't. Yeah, we needed to put to get a psychologist for him and whatnot, but we couldn't even get a video out of it. We're the real victims here. Holy, that is insane. Again, MrBeast is literally the spawn of the fucking devil at this point. It is insane, okay? A lying, manipulating guy. And also, the manipulation that happened, is crazy. He constantly was like, well, I didn't hear anything about the situation. I personally did not see the person. Why did that person not do the most logical thing that I'm currently saying? Oh my god, it's insane. MrBeast is such a goddamn spot of Satan.
We need to talk about something very important that I've never touched on regarding Beast. We've talked a lot about the situations that he's been involved in, some of the controversy, the accusations, all this sort of stuff, but I want to specifically focus on
also, one of my favorite things about the MrBeast thing. Oh, the contestants and them being in danger. Listen, I called every single hospital that I could and asked, did anyone break a bone? And none of them broke any single bones, which was not even the accusation made against him. Oh my god! If anyone's buying this, if anyone is buying that MrBeast is a good person at this point, I have a bridge to sell you. Okay, I have 20 bridges to sell you. I got a fucking planet to sell you. I have so much to sell you. It's not even funny because of how stupid and gullible you are.
Crypto dealings, and I want to explain this in a way that I think a lot of people who don't know anything about crypto can try to follow along, because I think this stuff specifically is really a big indictment of him, and no one is talking about it. I think specifically because it's hard to.
I watched CoffeeZilla's video on the MrBeast crypto stuff, and he pointed out all the lies. So yeah, I don't think I need you to do that because you're kind of a dumb clown. I'm not gonna lie.
Follow a lot of like words. Oh, the wallet, the
But
chain.
you do cover sometimes things about influencers that I care about to laugh about. So, do your best. I mean, a Cheeto. It's fine.
The coin, and it's too much for people, right? So I'm
Are
gonna
you even a Cheeto? Yes, you are. Good.
try to explain what I found to be
Because all of these, by the way, drama channels literally are the same fucking person spread throughout all of the channels, honestly. They somehow magically manage to be the exact personality, okay? Show me a single drama channel that is literally not some kind of slight deviation from Keemstar. They're all the fucking same.
some kind of concerning activity with MrBeast in a very simple way, a way that if you know nothing, literally nothing about crypto, you can try to follow along on this, okay? So recently, MrBeast did an interview with Oompaville, which I might cover some of the other stuff that MrBeast responded to with Oompaville, but they did this interview, and at the very end of it, Oompa decided to call MrBeast and basically say, hey, I didn't ask you all the questions I wanted to ask you. I got a few more for you, and they were mostly pertaining to his crypto dealings, his activity, right?
Okay, so now a little bit more on the crypto stuff. I know I talked
Yeah, these were CoffeeZilla's questions.
about CoffeeZilla a little bit yesterday. Okay, so first one is Wu-Tang. You have said that you do not control the Wu-Tang wallet. You said that last night. You said that a friend did it. You said you didn't know what Wu-Tang was.
A fund did it, yes, not a friend.
Right. Okay, a fund. Okay. On a podcast with Logan Paul about CryptoPunks, you talk about a call you had with Mr. Gary, where you claim to have bought and or sold CryptoPunks, but then later decided to roll the money into VFriends. And this is all like video, obviously. And this trading activity all happened within the Wu-Tang wallet, which we talked about last night.
Yes.
So if it was your decision, if semantically, if what you're talking about on the podcast, if it was,
I love how afraid Oompaville is to actually, even put a slight smidgen of responsibility on MrBeast for any of these actions is fucking hilarious. Also, by the way, have you seen Oompaville? I have. And he's like, dude, Oompaville is the most spineless creature you could ever have. MrBeast could have said, suck my dick right now, and Oompa would do it, okay? Oompa doesn't have a single fucking shred of a backbone, okay? Have you ever seen his videos? Dude, he is literally the old Asmongold, okay? The old Asmongold who literally did not even have the slightest hint of a direction a point is going towards. Opa literally says, the KKK is bad, but some of them are pretty cool. That's literally the amount of responsibility or side that he can pick for anything, okay? If he calls something bad, not even 3 milliseconds later, he's gonna call them good some way. It is crazy, okay?
was your decision, your trading decision to buy and sell the punks or VFriends, even though you didn't press the buttons, was it actually your decision? Did you press the button? Did you not?
If you tell someone to press the button and they do it because you told them to, you press the button.
Not press the button, was it your decision? And if it was your decision, and even if you didn't press the button, it still, to me, would mean that you had control of those trading decisions.
Yeah, these are good questions. Actually, I'm glad we're doing this follow-up thing so we can also just put all this stuff out there. So
yeah, he's really glad. By the way, MrBeast is definitely some form of sociopath. Now, either he's the most blatant sociopath out there, because he clearly does not care about anything. And by the way, the difference between a sociopath and a psychopath is very simple. A sociopath is gonna kill you because it's funny. A sociopath is gonna kill you because you were just an obstacle to get where they wanted to, and they literally harbor no malice towards you. You were just an obstacle that needs to be overcome. There is no joy, there is no emotion. That's what sociopaths are. And considering how MrBeast talks about these bad things, I don't think MrBeast is even a persona. It's just how he is, and he's just using his God-given sociopathic tendencies to actually just always be smiley, cheerful around other people and make those videos like that. That's kind of all it seems at this point. I could be wrong because I haven't thought about this too much, but damn.
Yeah, I did say that in the podcast, and I obviously did not press the buttons like I've been saying. I didn't pick what punks to buy or anything. Gary Vee, like I said on that podcast, called me and a bunch of other people, said crypto punks are the next big thing. I thought it was pretty crazy, but the first thing I did right after that is just called the guy in charge of the fund who invested my money and it's other people's money as well, and just said, hey, Gary Vee seemed very passionate about these punks. You should look into it. If it makes sense, buy it. And so, he did the research, picked what punks to buy, bought them. I don't even...
I fucking love the idea that there's some kind of research to be done about NFTs and crypto.
Truthfully know how to buy punks. I've never bought one, like me personally.
Okay.
Like I've said, I don't have access to that wallet. So, in other transparency, like that's kind of high level how it went. But, if he was like, oh, this is a shit investment, then he wouldn't have bought them. So he was the one who was doing the buying and selling and managing things.
Okay. But you did make some decisions to buy or sell in the Wu-Tang Fund.
Well, I just told him like, hey, Gary, like in transparency, Gary called me about CryptoPunks and said they were cool. Look into it. So at the end of the day, bro, I don't fucking know. Like I don't know which punks to buy or which ones we should buy if it's a good investment. Like that's why I put the money in a fund and had professionals managing it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now these questions
Crypto professionals.
were not written by Oompaville, they were written by CoffeeZilla, and he was using Oompaville as sort of a proxy to MrBeast, which I already feel is kind of strange because Oompaville is not an investigator. CoffeeZilla is an investigator, and Coffee tried to reach out to MrBeast. He has a 7.1 million view video called literally Investigating MrBeast, which is almost as big as the 2 dog pack videos, which have completely started this entire MrBeast controversy. This video has 7.1 million views. No video by Oompaville talking about MrBeast has that many views, right? And so, I don't know if we're just talking about...
Everyone, just from this, yes, everyone understands that, hey, if you're MrBeast and you want to be actually transparent about any fucking thing, then, yeah, Oompaville is not the one to talk about, it's actually CoffeeZilla. Oh, also, I didn't even talk about... Dude, it's the class... about the, third-party investigation, they investigated... Dude, there's so much lies about that. And as someone, a business analyst, that pissed me off so much. Because I hired a third party to investigate me, and they have no interest in lying about the outcome because that would put them in jeopardy. Dude, all of that is so bullshit. Listen. A third party refers to 3 things, but typically in this situation 2 things. One is someone who you do not own as a business owner. If you're a business owner and a third party is someone that you not own. And the second most common is the government when they investigate someone. That is a third party. That is a third party investigation because nor the accuser nor the accused have any jurisdiction over the person investigating them. But that is not the case when you are a company and you hire someone to investigate you. Because those investigators need to be hired on a specific term that they need to fucking find something. And those investigators, they all fucking know exactly what they need to do. Listen. The thing is, when Jimmy says that, these companies are never gonna risk actually, saying that I'm not guilty when I am, is bullshit. All of these companies literally benefit and would be directly damaged if they found you actually guilty of anything substantial. That's how those companies work. People hired those companies explicitly to find themselves not guilty. So if you hired this company and you need to find yourself guilty of something, that company does not want to do business with you because that would damage their reputation. Because everyone else is hiring them only to find themselves innocent of something, not fucking guilty. So that company has an invested interest in finding you not guilty. And second of all, yes, that company does need to report anything that's actually against the law to the law enforcement, but how much is against the law and needs to be reported to the law enforcement in these types of accusations? Almost fucking nothing. That's the brutal reality. Because almost all of it is only a crime if the person who got the crime committed on them actually decides to press charges. So, there you go. God, that one pissed me so off when it came to the MrBeast thing. Because that part is such a blatant lie on every level possible. And everyone who understands businesses knows that. It's literally OTK 2.0 with Jimmy instead of Asmongold.
Views, which I know that views don't necessarily correlate to how entitled of an interview you are. Like if Rice Gum made a video shitting on MrBeast, it's like, well, it's fucking Rice Gum. But CoffeeZilla is a very serious influencer. He's talked about a lot of crypto scams. He's done thorough investigations. I think he's a credible source. And for MrBeast to not address him, as per CoffeeZilla's words, is strange, in my opinion. So first things first is that MrBeast is tied to this fund that is making these financial plays on his behalf, but it's sort of unknown how actually locked into these decisions he was, because like earlier in 2020.
Oh yeah, because no one, if MrBeast refuses to answer who actually owns shit there.
21, he's saying explicitly like, hey, I decided to buy this CryptoPunk, this NFT. I sold this NFT, this and that.
So me and Logan both bought punks. You guys have probably seen on his Twitter that he bought a bunch of CryptoPunks at the same time, right?
Yep.
When Gary pulled us
Yep.
in that call.
Yep.
So have you ever told that story?
No.
That Gary V, it's like fucking 11 p.m. just out of nowhere, just calls me and he's like, yo, I got like 30 people to call, hop in. I'm like, I don't care. He's like, it'll be.
Wait, this is 19 hours ago. Cheeto, you fuck. Did you just literally kind of copy CoffeeZilla's video because I watched it? Interesting.
The best decision of your life.
Whatever. I'm a reactor. I can't complain about someone doing shady shit.
Just get in. That's
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
And so I just joined the call. And I just see like Logan and I don't even know these other people. I don't
Yo.
want to put them on blast.
Every heavy hitter you can imagine who's
Exactly.
worth $1 billion was on this one call, and Gary V is in the little corner, the little square. He's going, CryptoPunks. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be the next Facebook. We're all of us. We're like,
Next Facebook.
Everyone's
Gary.
judging. I'm texting Logan.
he's
I'm
like,
like, Gary
is
lost
this
his mind.
legit? For all of us, we're like, yo, Gary's nuts. Yo, Gary.
Also, the fact that you're literally MrBeast and you're supposed to be the good guy, and you fucking ally yourself with this clown or the other clown. I don't know how to tell them apart. And, you know, go into business with them and goddamn KSI. I mean, shit, I don't think you have anything that even fits the word integrity left in your body.
Gary was right again.
I was just so pulled by his like conviction.
Yeah.
That I bought a bunch. I mean,
Wait.
Yeah, I bought quite a few.
How many?
I don't want to say, but
You have to
No,
say-
please.
bro, you
I,
have to say it.
I bought multiple ones.
But then now he's saying like, well, you know, it was my fun. They were making these calls. I had little to no influence on this. So it's sort of changing the narrative as to like how involved in these financial decisions he was, which, you know, again, like you can attribute this to he was lying then or he's lying now or whatever you want to do. But either way, it's shady that there's not a
Listen, the thing is, when bad things happen, no one's ever responsible.
straight story in terms of
And
how
you
much
know
influence he had over these financial decisions. But this matters a lot because specifically, I think there's 2, maybe 3 things I want to get into, starting off with the super token. So there was a pre-sale for this thing. MrBeast was in the pre-sale, got some of it, or his fund got some of it or something. Okay, he had money in this thing. It goes in the market and it's going up. His fund is selling. He tweets, he replies to this person who's saying like, hey, there's this great coin you can buy. And then he replies super to this tweet, signal boosting this tweet, basically saying, hey, there's this great position that you can have on the market while his team is selling, which basically, you know, whether his fund knew that he was tweeting this or not, which I personally doubt that they didn't know this. Like, you know, he's gonna make more money
course they
if
know.
they have these people who see MrBeast's tweet buy in and they're now his exit liquidity. It makes more money for him, you know? I kind of doubt that he didn't text the people at the fund like, yo, get ready to sell in 3, 2, 1, you know? I mean, he could have not done that, and I'm not alleging that, but I find it hard to believe.
You basically have to completely disbelieve
Weak.
what Jimmy says in 2021 to believe this story, where he got this call from Gary V and he calls Jason. He goes, if this fits within our trading strategy in the fund, maybe buy some. But you rewind a little bit. MrBeast is on Twitter saying, I bought this CryptoPunk. He's on the podcast saying, I bought multiple CryptoPunks.
That I bought a bunch.
He's on the podcast saying, I sold,
I've already sold quite a few of them.
I rolled the money into V.
Yeah, this is the video, by the way, I watched yesterday of CoffeeZilla. This is the reason why I actually remember that I wanted to talk about MrBeast. Oh my, because I am, honestly, are you done with Mr. I am. I just don't care whatever fucking happens. The reality is his career is not gonna take a huge L. The fact that he's even suing Dogpack, by the way, about this is literally about nothing else but destroying his life. Because Jimmy has the money to just destroy. This is how suing works. If you have enough money, you don't even need to be right. At the end of the day, the court can literally decide that you, the one who sued, are responsible, bad, and need to pay for all of Dogpack's expenses. He still fucking gets to ruin Dogpack's life. This is what companies have done. This is what happens to whistleblowers in America, by the way. Bank whistleblowers. There's literally a woman who, I don't remember, was it 20 or 30 years ago? Maybe less. What was it before the '08 crash? I don't remember when it was, but there was a woman who blew the whistle on a bunch of shady shit that banks were doing, and how all of that is going to be problematic in the future. You know what happened? Nothing. Nothing got done to the banks. As always, a small slap on the wrist. And that woman, since the day that she became a whistleblower, she has been now sued by the bank that she blew the whistle on every single day. Yeah, she has literally been in hundreds of lawsuits by the bank, and the bank has won 0 of them. And the thing is, they don't fucking care. They don't fucking care. Because they want to destroy her life. That is an investment into the future that no whistleblower is ever going to exist again. Because that woman has not been able to live her life normally since she became a whistleblower, because the bank just sues her. One lawsuit, one frivolous lawsuit, by the way, ends. Another frivolous lawsuit or two, or how many the bank can start, gets started against her. Yeah, it's pretty fucking wild. And that's all to destroy her life. And this is what Jimmy is exactly doing to Dogpack. Because there is no world where Jimmy can prove that Dogpack even remotely damaged his reputation. Because he is too large to fail. Jimmy is the literal fucking bank of modern deism.
V-Friends.
So then I rolled the money into V-Friends.
And then, even more crazy, he says he specifically bought certain CryptoPunks because he liked their attribute, like the cigarette one. He's like, I like the cigarette CryptoPunk.
The cigarettes, because I thought that was an interesting attribute.
But here he's saying, oh, I didn't even know which ones to buy.
I don't know which punks to buy or which ones we should buy if it's a good investment.
Like real special
Yeah,
ones.
I had some that like
Yeah,
20, 30x.
yeah, Jimmy.
What's a
We bought a lot with like the cigarettes because I thought that was an interesting attribute.
Well, which is it? I feel like if he's telling the truth now, then he was just blatantly lying then. And if he was telling the truth then, he's blatantly lying now or just trying to distance himself from this. I feel like I understand why, because
I think obviously everyone knows that he's just blatantly lying. Also, Cheeto, listen, I kind of wanted to leech off of your video, but currently it feels like we're leeching off more of CoffeeZilla's video than anything else.
more he was kind of directing Jason, obviously the worse all of this stuff looks. But I think it's impossible to get away from the fact that MrBeast in 2021 was clearly in some type of...
Okay, anyway, we get it. MrBeast is a piece of shit. 10 out of 10. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.